Welcome back to another video. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to subscribe, comment, like, and share.
Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel, Mo's Life in a Bag. If you are new here today, please don't forget to click the subscribe button and also click the notification bell so that you will be notified anytime I post a brand new video. As always, in all of my videos, I would like to shout out everyone who has already subscribed. If you have been on my channel before, all of the likes, comments, and views, none of it goes unnoticed, and I appreciate you guys. Thank you so much. Let's just get right into it. I'm sure by the title, some of you may be alarmed. I wanted to talk to you guys today about what has been going on in my flight attendant life. The last few videos that I have posted have been more my personal lifestyle. You guys have met some of my friends, and if you are confused about what I'm talking about right now, please go watch my last video or the video before that, and that will kind of catch you up on the things that I've been doing these past few months. So today I wanted to give you guys, I guess it would be an update on what's been going on in my flight attendant life. There's definitely a reason why I haven't been able to get as much content out for you guys, and I'm going to break that down now. So without further ado, let's get into the video. So we'll start with my base change. The last that I posted on my channel was that I was based in Miami. I got based in Miami right out of flight attendant training, and I moved there. I lived there for like 6 to 7 months, maybe 8 months, and the flying was amazing. If you haven't, go check out my video where I post about flying off of probation, and you will be able to see all of the amazing places that I went while being based in Miami. You are into tropical destinations, beach destinations, sunny everywhere all the time, Miami is definitely going to be the base for you. Of course, anywhere you're based, you can go anywhere for work or for leisure, but if you would like for more of your work trips to be centered around like Caribbean island trips, South American trips, I would definitely say Miami is the base to be at. So you guys go check out that video, and that'll give you a little bit more insight of the places that I got to go while I was there. I enjoyed myself a lot. I ended up not renewing my lease at my apartment. I was staying with a girl that I met in training. We signed a 6-month lease at our apartment, and we didn't renew. So once I realized that I wasn't renewing my lease, I knew then that I would be moving back to Memphis, which is home for me and where I'm from. Once we both agreed that we were going to go our separate ways after moving out of the apartment, I packed up my car and I drove all the way back to Memphis. In my car, my boyfriend helped me. I didn't drive by myself, but for those of you who are unaware, it's a very, very long drive, like at least 13 hours or more. So my boyfriend and I drove from Miami back to Memphis. We made like a 2-day trip out of it. We stopped in Atlanta. We stopped in Orlando first. We stopped in Atlanta, spent the night there, and then went on back to Memphis from Atlanta the next day. So I moved back to Memphis, but I was still based in Miami. So I guess this kind of brings me to the commuter lifestyle. Based in Miami still, but I'm living in Memphis, so I now have become a commuter flight attendant. Now, commuting is a lot. Like, it's a lot. Some of you all may be familiar with other flight attendants who have YouTube channels, or pilots who have YouTube channels and who have talked about commuting before, or have been doing it their entire flight attendant career. But it is a lot. It's a lot for me personally. So basically, when you're a commuter, the company that you fly for gives you the option to live wherever you want, but you must report for your trips the day that they leave on time at base. So I was a Miami-based flight attendant, but I was living in Memphis. So anytime I had a trip that left out of Miami, of course, because that's where I was based, I would have to commute to Miami to start my trip. So commuting to Miami out of Memphis was like incredibly difficult for me because there was only one direct flight and it was super early in the morning at like 5 a.m. So if I wanted to, say I had a trip that departed from Miami at 3 p.m., I would have to wake up. If I wanted to leave the same day as my trip, I would have to wake up early in the morning at 3 to get to the airport no later than 4:15 to get on the 5 a.m. flight to make it to Miami. The flight was like 2.5 hours long from Memphis to Miami or something around there. So if I didn't want to do that option, I would have to connect. So if I'm connecting somewhere, that means that I'm double commuting, right? So I would have to either connect through Dallas if I wanted to get to Miami later, or connect through Charlotte or Chicago or one of those places. And so I did that a lot. The double commute was extremely difficult for me. I was basically living in the Miami International Airport because I no longer had a place there. My home was in Memphis, and I just didn't do the whole crash pad thing. So I know a lot of flight attendants stay in crash pads, live in crash pads. That just wasn't for me. I didn't even really explore the option or the idea of living in a crash pad, because basically a crash pad is where flight attendants and pilots can stay. They're at every base for whatever company you fly at, and maybe, for an example, one crash pad, maybe 4 rooms, 4 bunk beds in each room, and then maybe there's like 10 flight attendants who are living there and paying rent or something like that, or 5 flight attendants and 5 pilots, and everyone's paying rent to be there, because it's kind of just somewhere for you to lay your head at night, overnight. You know, if you're on reserve or on call, you'll fly into your base, you'll commute in, you'll spend the night in your crash pad, and then you'll serve your reserve assignment the next day, you know, or something like that. So I didn't want to do that. So I was basically living in the Miami International Airport for about 4 months, maybe. While I was commuting to Miami from Memphis. So during all of this time period of adjusting to becoming a commuter, living in Memphis, still being based in Miami, I put my name on the transfer list to be transferred to Dallas. So I wanted to become a Dallas-Fort Worth based flight attendant. The commute would be way easier from Memphis to Dallas. And I also explored the option of actually moving to Dallas. So that way I could live at base, and it would be much more convenient for me to go to work like it was when I was actually living in Miami. So my name is on the transfer list to transfer bases, and I want to say, oh my gosh, I cannot remember, but my transfer to Dallas finally came through, and I've been based in Dallas now for about 4 months. I want to say 4 or 5 months. I've been a Dallas-based flight attendant. So just a little recap: was based in Miami straight out of training, moved to Miami, moved back to Memphis, started commuting to Miami, and then my transfer went through and I transferred to Dallas-Fort Worth, still living in Memphis. So I am now a Dallas-Fort Worth based flight attendant, and I commute from Memphis to Dallas, which is so much easier. There are like 6 or 7 direct flights a day from Memphis to Dallas. Flight is literally 1 hour flat to get from Memphis to Dallas, and my quality of life is just so much better. In between there, before I was commuting from Memphis to Dallas. I lived in Nashville, Tennessee for about 4 months as well. I was living with my sister for a while, and I was commuting from Nashville to Dallas. But I only did that for like 4 months. And so now I'm currently in Memphis, have my own place in Memphis. I'm just laughing because it's so much. My life has just been flipped upside down. Living in Memphis, commuting to Dallas, and I have been Dallas based for the last 5 months. So that is pretty much an update on what I have been having going on in my flight attendant life. I'm sorry, you guys. I am parched. I have to take a sip of ice water. Okay. So, Memphis, Miami, Miami back to Memphis, Memphis, Nashville, Nashville back to Memphis, but Dallas based. I just want to reiterate that. I'm no longer in Miami. I'm now based in Dallas. Being based in Dallas, we'll talk about that. Being based in Dallas. So, being based in Dallas is much different than being based in Miami. I love Dallas. I really do. I love the people. I love the flight attendants. I love the city. I love the airport. These things are important when you're a flight attendant. These are things you have to consider. So Dallas has been treating me well. The only difference between me being based in Miami and me being based in Dallas are my trips. That's the biggest difference. So basically now I have become the domestic queen. I have gone from Caribbean island, Brazil, Colombia, any Caribbean island you can think of, Turks and Caicos, Grand Cayman Islands, Aruba, Montego Bay, Jamaica, Cancun, any Caribbean island you can think of, any beach destination, I have been. Now that I have been based in Dallas, my trips look a little bit like Austin, Texas. I get Memphis layovers, which is really cool because I get paid to come home. So I lay over in Memphis a lot. I've laid over in Salt Lake City, Utah quite a few times. I've laid over in Indianapolis quite a few times. So basically my trips have been the biggest adjustment. Dallas Fort Worth is one of American Airlines' largest bases, if not the largest. It's one of the largest. And so my seniority is now being in Miami, you know, it was inching up, but now in Dallas it's down here. And so a lot of the international trips and the good trips go to the senior flight attendants who have been flying for 30 years, 40 years, you know, they go everywhere. But the cool thing about being based in Dallas is that we have so many destinations to go to out of Dallas that I potentially could get anytime I'm on reserve. I could get called out for a Frankfurt, Germany. I could get called out to go to Shanghai. I could get called out to go to Narita. I could get called out to go to Hawaii. So those are really, really cool trips to put in my mind that I could potentially get called out to go to these places. Who knows? When I put in my bids, I could potentially some way or another get one of those trips on my line. Probably not, but wishful thinking, right? So yeah, Dallas, it's different. My trips are different, but what's most important to me is my quality of life, and my quality of life is based on how easy my commute is, and that's kind of what I had to focus on now. And so my commute is much easier now, so my quality of life is much better. It's so easy for me to get to Dallas, leave Dallas, get back to Memphis is just as easy. So I love that. And yeah, that is what I have had going on, you guys, within my year and a half of flying. It'll be 2 years for me in May, and so I'm still loving it. I wouldn't want to be doing anything else right now other than flying. I couldn't imagine myself doing anything else right now other than flying, and I'm just still so blessed and so excited that I have the opportunity to see the world. So one other thing, I know that some of my subscribers are going through training in March. It's now February, so I know some of your training dates start in March. Good luck to all of you. Stay motivated, stay encouraged. You can go watch my videos of when I went through training and pick up on some tips, or get some ideas of how you can maneuver through those 6 weeks, because it's tough, okay? It's tough, but you will make it through. You will earn your wings, and you will be so happy and so blessed and so thankful that you took that leap on faith and decided to join this career field, because not everybody gets a chance to become a flight attendant. Not everyone gets a chance to work in the aviation industry, and it's honestly amazing. Thank you guys so much for watching today's video. It was just a little update for you guys, and I promise you, now that I am stable, now that I have a home, a permanent base, I am going to get more content out for you guys. I appreciate you so much for subscribing. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to leave a comment down below. Press the like button if you liked it. If you didn't like this video, you know what to do. So if you are starting training in March or starting training anytime soon, just stay encouraged, stay motivated, know that you can get through it. Please comment down below, and I don't mind chit-chatting with you and giving you some advice and helping you out along the way. Also, don't forget, you do have the option of going to watch some of my older videos and watch my personal experience of going through training. I actually wanted to share something with you guys. I have this portrait here. When I earned my wings and returned back to Memphis after Dallas, my aunt made me this photograph, and I'm gonna show you guys what it looks like. So she made this for me. It says, "Mission accomplished. I have my wings," and it's a picture of me from training, and here's another photo. I'm in there somewhere from training, and it has the date that I got my wings on there. So just know that once you do accomplish training, which you will, that you're going to feel so proud of yourself that you were able to get through those 6 weeks and earn your wings, become the best flight attendant that you can be. So thank you guys so much for watching. I really appreciate it. I'm going to come out with another video for you guys very soon, so don't forget to subscribe, don't forget to press the notification bell, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye.